And you really need to get your morale up pretty high. I'd say to get started, at least 100%, and keep building from there. I just started hitting things today, and I have my morale at 176%, and it's just been I just breezed through things so far. I think the last time I only had it around 150%. So I like to just build my resources up for 7 days or more, and then get going. All right, that's everything here. Again, I said that you don't get to use your commanders from Empire. You use your morale to increase your attack power. I've already gone through all of these in about 5 hours. Right here, there's this like it's a Cow King. On this right here, you'll attack this just like any other attack. Now, when you kill this guy off, kill these cows off, basically it gives you a tool that makes your army that you send in the real world look like a bunch of cow fighters. It's called a look item, so if you haven't used that before, it'll be a rare one that you get to use through in the game. Basically what will happen is you'll find it under here. It'll have like a cow symbol or whatever it looks like. But you'll take that and put it up onto your commander, and then when you go to fight, all your soldiers will look like cow soldiers. The one downside on this is if they run it the same way they did last time, you can only use that tool for like it's either 12 hours or 24 hours. So after that, it wears off, and you no longer get to do it again. So going back in here, so you might want to save it to that battle until you have somebody you want to use it against. These bridges, each of these bridges cost resources. These here cost 1,250 of each of stone and wood. These here cost 2,500 of stone and wood. Now attack setups. This is common sense for a lot of experienced vets here, but this may be new for some of you. And basically, you're going to attack this the same way that you like hit a robber baron king or a high level tower, where you have enough tool slots to put in ladders and mantlets. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my soldiers in. You know, on this, I don't even need a ton of soldiers. A few more. Looking at the melee. So, okay. I'm going to bring the wall protection down to 0. That gives me 120. Okay. Gate down to 0. Now over here, if you'll notice at the very top of the screen, it has range protection of 125%. So I'm using ranged soldiers, and basically what I'm going to do is put in enough mantlets to bring the range protection down below 0. So right here I have 130. So that basically what this does in using ranged soldiers, it means that these guys, bowmen, are useless. So when I fight against him, he can do no damage against a ranged soldier. All these guys are fighting are the melee defender. Okay. Now I can't bring the wall down to 0 with just regular ladders, so I'm going to put in siege towers. Alright, in the middle, The range protection is 100%. It doesn't say it, but at the top, since it doesn't say something like 125 or higher, the base wall range protection is 100. So all I need are 10 of these. Okay. Over here, again, it doesn't say a percentage wise, so you know the base percentage is 100. So I'm going to put in 10. Alright, so my wall and range soldiers are negated. So all these range soldiers face are the melee defenders. If you were to throw in melee defenders or attackers here, since they'd be fighting up against this guy and this guy, since he still has protection against defense against melee soldiers. You don't want to use melee soldiers at all. Just go full range. If you have any questions about that, go ahead and type it in the comments below, and maybe I can get to that and answer anything you have there. Alright, so we're covered in the middle. Still checking that. Okay, over here we're covered. Notice my morale's at 176%, so I really don't need to fill these all up with attackers. It may seem a little crazy, but the morale's so high, it'll kill them off. I'm going to lose soldiers, but since I'm going to go to bed pretty soon after this, my food production or consumption will go down because I'm going to lose soldiers. So I will send the attack. I'm not going to spend rubies to make it cut the time in half because I'm going to bed after this. So I will launch it, and we'll find out the results later on. Go ahead and pause this. Alright, gonna go ahead and pick back up where I paused the recording. Just got the battle report in. Only lost 9 soldiers against the 177. Just 3. Okay, not bad. Particularly since there were so many melee. The bringing down the range defense is critical in Thorn King. Well, I'm using ruby mantlets. You can use wooden mantlets. It's just going to take more soldiers, more waves. Okay. Just got to the bridge now. This bridge, it costs 9,500 of wood and 9,500 of stone to repair it. While I'm talking about this, if you want to while you're going through it, there's no reason to have to clear all these out right here. You can just pick one side and go down it and just work your way on one path to the Necromancer's castle. In fact, I normally would just go straight down into this area right here, and I believe it's one of these. I think it's this one, and this one that will farm for the totems in order to buy equipment and items later on. So there's a halfway point. It didn't take me very long to get here, maybe 6 hours. Perhaps 7 at the most. Really, the thing that took the longest, once I got started attacking, was just the travel time. I'll take a look at this later on and see which ones to farm, and then I'll pass it out and buy a circular later on. There's certain ones that you are going to want to farm for totems, and they're going to be ones that you It gives you 2 slots to be able to put in wall protection reducers like ladders or siege towers and mantlets. And you'll go with an all-ranged attack when you do that. So I'll check that out later. Once you end up winning it all, you'll get a pretty cool piece, decorative item piece with 198 PO. You'll have to put it in your castle. It won't let you choose another area to another castle or outpost to put it in. One thing, when you get to this point and you defeat the Necromancer, you're going to get a window that pops up and asks you if you want to leave Thorn King. Then, if you choose to do that, you'll leave Thorn King. All your soldiers and tools will go back to Empire, to your castle there. Now, one thing a lot of people do is that they'll wait till the very end of the event in order to defeat the Necromancer's castle. And I think it only takes around 250 to 300 soldiers in that area to defeat him. But what they'll do is they'll sit and work on and farm these towers in this general area for totems to buy equipment. And then they'll wait to hit this one, because one of the rewards for hitting the Necromancer's castle is a lot of Kingsguard. And if you're in here and you hit it early and you don't leave, you're going to end up using those Kingsguards on these towers. If you're not a terrible and you cannot recruit Kingsguards, and you're really wanted to save them for Empire, it'll be a pain in the ass. So that's pretty much it. We'll look at the equipment here, and that'll be the last thing. Oh, you know what? I hate that. I said farming towers. You're not farming towers here. You're farming the resource villages. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be farming the level 7s. This sucks because I can't go back and just insert it in the middle of the video. And I'm not going to make another one. You're going to farm the level 7 villages for totems. This is usually the most cost effective. And I do this with cast iron mantlets and siege towers, ladders, wooden rams and iron rams if need be. These two right here, you're going to get a lot of casualties. You're going to get more totems than you would for these 4 level 7 villages, but it's not as cost effective. Okay, now let's go to the equipment. Alright. Okay, on the equipment, if you take a way of getting a 90/90 commander is by getting the Thorn armor and the soul catcher. If you get these two, you get the melee, then you get an additional 40% range added to the commander if you have them on the same one. So those go in the armor spot and in the weapons spot. There is a piece from Blade's Coast for the artifact. If you put it in the artifact spot, and there's another piece. Gosh, I can't remember the event. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll write it down in the comment section below the video. It's in one of the events, and if you have that as well, it'll give you a pretty good 90/90 commander. But I wish I had all that written down for you right now, but I'll check that later and look back at it. That's about it for Thorn King. I hope this helped you out, and you guys take it easy.